but at the cost of hate, at the cost of negative results. So this was American model, which is called Pax Americana. Then there is the British model. You know, British reign a large area of globe up to 200 years. I think that Britishers were better than the Americans or Romans. Let us take India as an example. Britishers occupied India, but they adopted two-point formula. One was to occupy Indian cities and towns directly, but at the same time they found that in India there are more than 500 states. So they adopted the strategy that they gave internal autonomy to all these states, like Hyderabad, Kashmir, Gwalior, Jaipur, Jodhpur, so on. So they never abolished these states, but they gave internal autonomy. They wanted them to pay tax. After paying the tax, they tried to adopt the policy of non-interference. So I think this was better than the Roman model and American model. Although I cannot say that people were happy with British rulers, but I can say that in some sense it was better than the Roman model and American model. Then there is the model of United Nations. You know, there were two international organizations. First was named as League of Nations. During pre-Second World War, there was League of Nations. It was an international organization, but it failed to achieve its target. The target was to establish peace among nations, but it failed completely. Then in the post-Second World War period, they adopted a new model that is called United Nations Organization, based in New York. League of Nations was based in Geneva. Its headquarters was in Geneva, but the headquarters of United Nations lies in New York. But again, UNO is a case of failure. You know, the method adopted by United Nations was resolution and demand. But they failed because United Nations have no force, no military power. So United Nations can adopt resolutions, but it has no power to implement its resolutions. So you see everywhere in the world that there are so many problems, there are so many war and fighting, but United Nations is quite helpless. Although they issue statements, they adopt resolutions, but in vain, because behind these resolutions there is no power. They cannot implement their power. They cannot implement their resolutions. They have no power to translate their resolutions in practice. So although its headquarters remain in New York, I have seen it when I was in New York, but as far as the result is concerned, United Nations is completely a case of failure. United Nations, the purpose of United Nations was to bring peace in international life, but it completely failed. So United Nations model is also is not a practical model. Ideologically, it seems better. It seems good. Ideologically, it seems a beautiful model, but practically it failed. You know, all the nations are members of these organizations. All the nations have signed its charter. But United Nations have no power over all these nations. So it is a case of failure. Then there is the Gandhian model. I think the Gandhian model was, Gandhi was able to achieve his target. The target of Mahatma Gandhi was to achieve freedom. You know, the freedom struggle started in 1857 in India. But at that time, the leaders involved in this campaign, their thinking was that freedom can be achieved only through arms. So their freedom struggle was based on arms and violence. Even Subhash Chandra Bose went to the extent that he established an army that was called Azad Hind Fauj. But you know, it failed. Now there is no Azad Hind Fauj. There are no generals of that army. Even Subhash Chandra Bose has no trace. People speculate that he died in some air crash, but no one knows with certainty that where is Subhash Chandra Bose. So, from 1857 up to 1919, India's freedom struggle has adopted arms and violence. But this struggle failed to achieve its target. Target was to oust the British rulers. Target was to achieve political freedom. But they failed to achieve this goal. Then Mahatma Gandhi came. At the time he was in South Africa. He came in India and he became the leader of freedom struggle. Mahatma Gandhi was influenced by Jainism and he was a great believer of ahimsa.